Okay. The next one says use the formula given in the text on page 202 and the results of exercises 23 through 28 to find the least common multiples of each group. Okay, so since we did 23, 26, and 28, we're going to do problems 43, 46, and 48. Those are the corresponding ones. So let's look on page 202 and see what it says. The formula, find the least common multiple. So the least common multiple of m and n can be computed as follows. So let's do 43. So the least common multiple is equal to m times n divided by the greatest common factor of m and n. So in this case, the least common multiple is m times n, which for this problem 43 is 32 and 56. So we take 32 times 56 and we divide by the greatest common factor, which is 8. And so 32 times 56 divided by 8 is 224, which is the answer. Okay, so let's do the next one, which is 46. So the least common multiple of 46, which is 72, so we take 72 times 126, and we divide by 18, which was the greatest common factor. 72 times 126 divided by 18 is 504. Is that the right answer? 504, yes. And 48 says the lowest common multiple is going to be 280 times 360 divided by 40, which is what we got from problem 28. 280 times 360 divided by 40. 2,520. Okay, the last ones we're going to do is use this Euler algorithm for more than 3 numbers. So we're going to take 51, 150, 210, and 240. Okay, I'm back again. So let's see if we can figure this out. I'll get my glasses on. So what it says is you take the 2 numbers. So let's take 150 and 210. And we're going to use Euler's method. So we divide it out and we get 150 here. 1 times 150 is that. You subtract 150 from 200, you get 60. Okay, so this becomes 60 is over here, 150 is there. So we take 2 times 60 is 120. Subtract 120 from 150, we get 30. So now we have 30 divided by 60. That is 2. And so we get 0 as the remainder. So 30 would be the greatest common factor, which makes sense. You can divide 150 by 30 and 210 by 30. You get 5 and 7, respectively. Okay, So now it says you take this number. I think what they're saying is you take that number and divide it out like this. In this case, it goes into it directly. So let's see, okay, so then we find the greatest common factor of that result and the number 240. And the result is the greatest common factor of the original group. So we get 240, and that goes to 0, so that works out exactly. And so 30 would be the answer. So because this divided into that, now if it hadn't, then we would have done something different. So let's try another one. So let's try 54. So we have 48 and 315 and 450. And okay, so if we do 48 and 315, so 48 divided by 315, it's going to be probably about 6. Not, well, 7 might work. 7, no, 6. So you multiply 6 times 8, you get 48. And then we have 24 plus the 4 that we carried gives us 28. When we subtract this, we get 7. 15 minus 8 is 7. You borrowed 1 from here, so that's 0. 10 minus 8, which is 2. And that's it, 27. Okay, that works out. So now we take 27 divided by 48. Take this down here, that down there. Just one of those. So we get 27, subtract, and we get 21. So we take 21 divided by 27. It's 1 time. That leaves 6. So we take 6 and divide by 21. Do that 3 times. That gives us 18. We have 3 remaining. So we have 3 divided by 6, which is 2. So we get 0 remainder. So we go back up 1 and we get 3. Okay, so now we use that 3 and 450. And actually divides out to 150. 45 divided by 3 is 15. So again, it's the same as the one before. So it's kind of, it's not like those examples because they really don't tell you anything additionally. It's not like this ends up being a long situation. So let's try one more. Let's try 55. So we get 144, 180, and 192. So we take 144 divided by 180. I'll go 1 time. You get 36. So you take 36 divided by 144. And that's going to be, looks like 4. So we get 4 times 6 is 24 plus 2 is 140 is 14. You get the 0 remainder, so 36 is the common, least common factor between those two. Is that right? Yes. Okay. Because 180 divided by 36 is 5, I guess. 180 divided by 36 is 5. 144 divided by 36 is 4. Okay. So now we're going to take this. So I think we're finally going to get one where we actually do a little bit more. Take this number, 36, and divide it into 192. Okay, so 6 would be too much, so we go 5. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 3 is, so we get 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3, so you get 15 plus 3, which is 18. Subtract those, you get 12. Okay, so we take 12 divided by 36. That goes 3 times, get us the remainder. This is the final answer. So 12 is a common factor. Because 36 doesn't divide into 192. If you take 192 divided by 36, that's not going to work. So it has to be some number less than 36. And if you take 144 divided by 12, you get 144 divided by 12, you get 12. 180 divided by 12 is 15. And 192 divided by 12 is 16. So the result of dividing each one of those by 12 is 12, 15, and 16. Okay, so that's how that works.